I want to get back to that attack in the French Riviera. Right afterwards, fairly soon after the attack occurred, President Obama put out a statement. This is part of it. On this Bastille Day, we are reminded of the extraordinary resilience and democratic values that have made France an inspiration. We know that the character of the French Republic will endure long after this devastating and tragic loss of life. He did call it a terrorist attack. Congressman Louie Gohmert is with us, Republican from Texas. What's your response to what the president had to say last night?
Well, I'm glad he acknowledged that Europe was supposed to have democratic values. But if we follow the lead of our president and the lead of the head of France, as you've referred to his quote repeatedly, then we'll have to learn to live with it and just try to propel out there our democratic values, and maybe that will make them feel good. Look, you know, Stuart, and you've said it, and I'm proud that you have, you don't learn to live with terrorism, you defeat it. And can you imagine 1940, darkest hours, darkest days in Britain, Churchill stands up and says, we shall learn to live with them on the beaches, we'll learn to live with them in the landing grounds, we'll learn to live with them in the fields and the hills and the streets. That they lose the war doing that.
Yes, but he is a reluctant warrior. President Obama is a very reluctant wartime leader. He did not want to lead a war.
He is a warrior when it comes to firing up the troops against police. You know, he supported Black Lives Matter, and I know he would say, oh, no, I'm not against the police. I spoke in their behalf down in Dallas. Well, the truth is, he and his administration, every time there's an opportunity, they play up Black Lives Matter. As Black Lives Matter, people are chanting, you know, calling the police pigs, pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, and we say, oh, that's good, they're suppressed. Oh yeah, then the problem with ISIS is their poverty and they don't have jobs, and then we find out so many of the terrorists come from a lot of money. It is an ideology that must be defeated, and we'll never defeat it when leaders are saying we got to learn to live with it.
Do you think
we need to get rid of leaders like that?
Do you think America at this moment is prepared to take that proactive, go-get-em, kill-em approach? Because remember, if you flatten Raqqa, you're going to have 10,000 casualties of innocent people, men, women, and children. Can we live with that?
We don't have to have 10,000 casualties. Of course, these cowardly terrorists like to hide among women and children so that if we try to attack them, that they can say, oh, look at the terrible things you've done. No, they're the terrorists. But you have got to go after them where they exist, take them out. You know, this Allahu Akbar is being said at the start of a terrorist attack, and yet we have people standing back for hours going, well, we're not really sure why he did this. Are you kidding me? They're at war with us, and you stop radical Islamic terrorism by stopping the individuals that are doing it. And by the way, Stuart, yesterday for 2.5 hours, about that, I was sitting over there at the House floor, just right here on Capitol Hill, listening to speech after speech after speech. The solution, friends on the other side of the aisle, to stopping these heinous acts like a truck being driven down the street mowing over people, is to take guns away from more Americans. That's going to solve all our problems. Look, we'll be taking guns away, trucks away, planes away, box cutters away, pressure cookers away, until we realize these people are at war with us. And I can't help but wonder if the investment coming into America and bringing up the stock market may be, after this horrendous act, if it's maybe people saying, you know what, the leader of France says we got to learn to live with this. You got Trump over in America saying he's going to take it out. Maybe our investment's safer in America, because as you know, capital is a coward. It goes where it feels safer.
Louie Gohmert, thank you very much for joining us as always.